A reading of the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 13, verses 24 to 43. At that time, Jesus proposed another parable to the people. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while the people slept, their enemy went and sowed tares in the middle of the way and left. When it began to green and the spike was formed, the tares also appeared. So the servants went to say to the master, "Lord, did you not sow good seed in your field? Where does that tares come from?" He said to them, "An enemy has done it." The servants asked him, "Do you want us to go rip it off?" But he answered them, "No, that when you uproot the tares, you could also uproot the wheat. Let them grow together until the harvest. And when the harvest arrives, I will say to the reapers, first remove the tares and tie them in shakes to burn them, and store the wheat in my barn." He proposed this other parable to them. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that you plant in your garden. Although it is the smallest of the seeds, when it grows into a bush, taller than a vegetable, and birds come to the nest in its branches. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like leaven. A woman kneads it with 3 measures of flour, and it is enough for everything to ferment. Jesus exposed all this to the people in parables. And without parables he did not expose anything to them. Thus the prophet's oracle was fulfilled. "I will open my mouth saying parables. I will announce the secrets from the foundation of the world." Then he left the people and went home. The disciples came to him saying, "Clarify for us the parable for the tares in the field." He answered them, "He who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the citizens of the kingdom. The tares are the supporters of the evil one. The enemy that sows, it's the devil. The harvest is the end of time, and the reapers are the angels. As the tares are plucked up and burned, so shall the end of time be. The Son of Man will send forth his angels, and they will pluck out of his kingdom all the corrupt and wicked, and cast them into a burning furnace. There will be the crying and the grinding of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in their Father's kingdom. He who has ears, let him hear the word of the Lord. Thanks to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Brothers and sisters, this Sunday, the Lord speaks to us of the seed of the evil one, and he himself explains the message of the parables. We must scrutinize the scriptures. Last Sunday, the gospel made us reflect what kind of soil we are for God's seed. It inspired us to remove, fertilize, and irrigate the dry soil. We must understand that the soil is our being. The fertilizer is the word of the Lord. The water are all the sacraments. The prayers and good works for others is the oxygen. By knowing and doing all these deeds, it fills us with hope. This Sunday also talks about what kind of soil we are. Now, for the seed of the enemy that plants discord, hatred, destruction, violence, disobedience, lack of faith, and lack of brotherhood. We must know how to identify when the enemy is trying to plant a bad seed. He tries to plant the seed in us or maybe in other people that surround us. We have to put them out and to stop it and not allow to germinate. For that seed, we must dry the soil. And the way to combat that seed is to germinate the good seed, the seed of our God. Brothers and sisters, we must read the scriptures to strengthen ourselves. Scriptures are like vitamins for the body. These are vitamins for the soul. We must be in constant prayer Where there's prayer, the bad sower does not come close. And we must be in communion with the Lord. With Him, we will become the light of the world. And where's light, there's no darkness.